Most celebrations for this time of the year come with the feast of Christmas and New Year favorites like hamon and lechon. But keeping our health in mind, where should Filipinos draw the line in their love for holiday food? Let's get advice now from Doctor Luigi Segundo, cardiologist and director at the Philippine Heart Association. Doc, thank you so much for joining us. What we have to do this holiday season is protect our hearts. As they say,
Rico. Good evening everyone.
As they say, maraming bawal na pagkain and drinks that Filipinos love to celebrate during the holidays. Let's start off with the food. What are the common dishes one should avoid and eat maybe with moderation, Doc?
Well, if you're looking at heart diseases and if you want to prevent it, we should avoid a lot of salt, sodium, fat, and sugar. We'll talk about alcohol later, right? So, of course, in all feasts, we have that. But moderation is key. So, red meat should be your least in the food pyramid, meaning you should have less of the red meat. That's beef, pork. And most of your protein should come from fish and the breast part of chicken. Remember, wings and legs, that's red meat as well. Preparation also is important. If you fry these food in using animal oils, of course, that's not healthy compared to roasting it. Also, the sauces, prefer the less fatty sauces over the others. Herbs and other flavors are better than salt. Of course, portion is key. Maybe it's better to use a small plate, right? And go for your favorite dish. Just have a small piece. You don't have to finish everything, right?
Can we
Especially
really do
most
that,
of us
Doc?
will go to
Can we really
parties,
do
a
that,
lot of
Doc?
parties,
Especially
right?
when we have parties during lunch and dinner? Only small plates?
Yeah.
It seems impossible.
You know, that actually controls you in terms of portions. And I know that some of us will attend the party, early dinner, late dinner, right? And the tendency is for you to eat a full meal in each party because you don't want to offend your host, right? So the best thing to do is just to get small portions. And remember to do your exercise in between. You don't have to do, our recommendation is 1 hour of exercise a day, but you can do pocket exercises. Let's say 30 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes midday, and then with 10 minutes, then you fulfill 1 hour of exercise per day.
So, Doc, let's now check on the drinks. What are the risky drinks one should avoid?
We would like to propose no sugar drinks in the Philippine Heart Association. Of course, water is the safest because it adds calories, it increases your risk of having diabetes. So water is the safest. Sodas will have a lot of sugar. Now, regarding alcohol, we cannot do without alcohol. The latest data of the Philippine research says 50% of Filipinos drink alcohol, and actually 50% of alcoholic drinkers binge. So just to remind everyone that the recommendation is for ladies, 1 standard drink a day. And that's not cumulative. That means 1 bottle of beer, a shot of spirit, or a glass of wine. For men, 2 or less. And you can't accumulate your allowance and then spend all of those alcohol allowances in just 1 day.
But a lot of people are saying we can eat, we can drink whatever we want as long as we have our maintenance medications.
All right. So we talked about this earlier. It's good that, of course, that recommendation is for everyone with no current illnesses, no diagnosis of heart diseases. Yes, your blood pressure medications, your cholesterol medication keeps your risks at bay. But of course, if you eat more salty food, if you eat more fat, then that means you're going to need more medications to control it. So the other strategy is, of course, knowing your risks. Cholesterol, blood pressure, these things you don't feel. You should have your regular check with your doctor. Sugar and cholesterol, those are blood tests. Blood pressure, of course, you use the blood pressure monitor. There are blood pressure monitors at home that we actually advocate that people can use and check for themselves at home.
So, Doc, how do we deal, though, with indigestion and common stomach issues?
Yeah, the common practice is to not eat the whole day, right? If you're attending a party in the evening. Indigestion, we call that dyspepsia, or others know it as hyperacidity. Your body, the stomach continuously produces acid. So while intermittent fasting might be good for some, if you have dyspepsia, hyperacidity, or indigestion, the key there is small, frequent feedings. So it's actually good for you to take meals, maybe lighter meals, so you also don't indulge when you attend that dinner.
Doc, thank you so much for all the advice. I've been writing it here on this piece of paper. I really have to keep these notes for the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. Cardiologist and the director of the Philippine Heart Association, Doctor Luigi Segundo. And you can get more health tips on MedTalk Health Talk, hosted by Dr. Freddy Gomez, airing weekdays at 3:30 in the afternoon.